Okay. Think we're live. Think we're live here. Yeah, here we go. All right, we're live. We're live. We're live. Sorry, minute. Not even a minute. A minute or so late. A minute or so late. But I'm here. I'm here. And we're live from the Etihad Stadium or Bryan's home office, whatever. Manchester United women versus Manchester City women. The Manchester Derby. Sandberg down the line looking for Galton. And let me do this really quickly. Let me share with you. Starting 11 here. You can probably see it, but it's kind of tiny. So we've got Middleton Patel in goal. Fallon Tullis Joyce has not recovered from that injury. Um, Sandberg left side, Riviere right side, Janssen Letitia, our center back pairing. Miyazawa holding down the midfield, and we got Ziggiati and Toon ahead of her. And then Turlin as our target woman. Galton gets to start on the, I believe, left-hand side. I think she's playing the left-hand side today. And then Park on the right-hand side. Homecoming for Just Park. Um, you know, I feel like when City's manager was asked about Just Park in the presser, he kind of like, I feel like he internally rolled his eyes because like he knew that question was coming. So, anyway, here we are. City on the ball at the moment. Riviere defending deep in Manchester United territory. But let me know your score predictions as I get my screens sorted out here in my streaming software. So right now, see with the spell possession, again targeting United's right hand side, Miedema into the box for City, low shot, wide, just wide of the post for Miedema for Manchester City. There we go, got that sorted. And on this side, let's get this sorted. So honestly, that was a big that was a chance for Miedema. She's one of the players that I highlighted in my match preview. If you watched it, like she's one we got to watch for. We got to watch for Miedema, her creativity and dribbling ability. For Gino, her late runs to the box, and we got to look out for, of course, Bunny Shaw, and then Kasperidge. I think she's starting, should be starting because I mean she's a good player. Her supply line into the box looking for Shaw, so we have to be wary of those things. I'm gonna get that starting 11 out of the way. I'll bring it back up as the half progresses just to keep you informed. Right now, United, we're having trouble getting out of our own half. City are dominating just a little bit here. Here comes City again down our right hand side, just outside our box. Cross from City. Oh, last minute block from Sandberg. There was a chance from the back post and the far post for City, for Hasagawa. Oof. Yeah, we left that back post open. I'm not sure. I feel like Sandberg should have been out there, and I think Janssen and Letitia probably should have grabbed the two in the middle. City with the corner, hand up, ball in, far post. Shaw jumped for it, both hands going up. Goal kick, goal kick. I feel like this is going to be a high scoring game. That's why I said in my match preview. I feel like this is going to be like a 3-2 or something like that. All right, here comes United. Ziggy with the ball. Looking for Toon. Toon through ball to Riviere. Ball into the box. Galton tries to go for it. That's got to be a corner kick. Corner kick, Manchester United. Let's go. Here we go. Time to get something going here. United setting up for the corner at the moment. Sandberg to take. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Ball's in. Oh, I thought Turlin got a head on that one. Punched away. City clear. Manutd Patel almost at the center circle. Off her line. Playing sweeper keeper at the moment. Janssen. Sandberg. Miyazawa. Miyazawa back to Janssen. Always a cool headed, steady force in that center. Toon. Galton. Toon. Working something down the left-hand side here. Nice 1-2 from Toon and Galton. Oh, doesn't quite come off. Does not quite come off. City clear. Zigatti wins the header. Now United with some sustained pressure over City. Good play by Janssen there. Way to be strong. Zigatti to Park. Park, who's in the center circle. Back to Letitia. Letitia, nice ball over to Riviere. Riviere coming down the right-hand side. Ball into the box. Overcooked the cross. That's one thing that's not talked about enough too, right? I know Jess Park's getting the headlines, and rightfully so. But I feel like a couple players who are going a little bit unsung is our two center backs, Letitia and Janssen. Their ball playing ability, especially Letitia, her ball playing ability is top notch, and I think that doesn't quite get enough shine, as you just saw her ball over the top to Riviere out on the right hand side. City on the ball at the moment, trying to find a way. They've dumped it down the left hand side. Letitia comes across to clean up. Out of bounds for a City throw just across into the United half. Throw in taken. City recycling back across their back line. That's Rose on the ball for City. And just while there's a bit of a possession here for City, Yamashita is in goal. Wahabi, Nak, Rose, and Casperidge make up the City's back four. Hold that thought for a minute. City into the box. Shaw blocked out of bounds for a corner kick. Let me pick up where I left off. Into the midfield is Blankild and Hasagawa, Hemp, Miedema, and Fujino, and then Shaw. So that is City's starting 11. As I said earlier, Manchester United, Manutd Patel is in goal. Sandberg and Riviere are fullbacks. Letitia and Janssen, center back pairing. Looks like Miyazawa and Zigatti are holding down the midfield. Galton, Toon, and Park front or attacking three, and they are targeting. Although, as you've seen with the women, we're quite fluid, right? So it might be a 4-2-3-1 at one point. There's a 4-3-3. So our women's team is very, very fluid and adaptable. And that's something that Skinner prides himself on if you ever watch any of his press conferences. Run for City. Sandberg down the left-hand side. Throw-in. Corner kick. I can't tell if it's a corner kick or a throw-in. For Manchester United. First time by Miyazawa, deflected. Looks like a City player took that straight to the face. She's down. Ignoring him. So right now, City players down Lauren Hemp. They are tending to her. Miyazawa took a first time volley. Hemp blocked it with her face. So so Hemp is up and walking off the pitch. Good to see. Don't want to see anybody get hurt, especially not a head injury. Those are always worrying. Play is resumed. Sam back to Janssen. City clear. Leticia again deals with it, puts it out of play smartly. City on the ball. City's still on the ball at the moment. City knocking it around, looking for a way through. Big switch. Ball into the box. And that's cleared by Riviere smartly because she couldn't see what was behind her. So that was smart for her to just put that out. Hopefully, I've sorted out some of these lagging issues. So I think we're good here. So apologies if you had to sit through any of that, but I think we are good to go. Corner kick to City. They go short. Hasagawa ball in. That's blocked. City can't quite keep it in. Good defense from Manchester United. Throw in for Manchester United. Time for us to start. Time for us to start to build something here. Riviere to throw in, looking for options. Goes down line. Looking for Galton to flick on. Turlin, Park, Toon. Nice pass to Sandberg. Sandberg tries to cross it in. That's deflected out for a corner kick for Manchester United. Manchester United setting up for the corner kick. Looks like Ziggyatti's going over to take it. Ball in, low cross, low corner, popped up in the air, still alive, still in the box. Tune, first time strike, doesn't get it right, misses the target on that one. We got a goal kick for City coming up. City play short. Turlin pressuring. Miedema and Shaw playing a little 1-2. Fujino to Shaw. Shaw, low cross. Kasper can't quite get there. Dangerous attack from City just now. Let me just try and bring up the match stats on my phone. That way I can spare my CPU. All right, so at the moment, 4 shots for City, 2 for Manchester United, 3 corner kicks apiece, 0 on target. No one's hit the target yet. Where's the possession stat on here? We've had better long balls. They've had more possession in the final third, though. 59% possession in favor of City, 41% possession in favor of Manchester, or not in favor, but for Manchester United. Hint with the corner for City. Far post, dangerous corner. Manutd Patel had to twist in a weird way to keep that one out. That ball, I think, took a weird wicket last minute curve. That was almost a goal for City. City recover, go back to their keeper. Here comes City on the attack. Shaw and Media trying to link up, but Letitia and Park bust that up. City recover again. City attacking our right hand side. Sandberg defending. Foot race between Sandberg and Hemp. Hemp puts it out. Goal kick for Manchester United. So that last cross was a little bit worrying just because Manutd Patel is not the tallest keeper. She's like 5'4", whereas our starter Fallon, she is I think just about 6 feet tall. So a little bit easier for her to claim and command, the box, and especially in the air and crosses and corners and things like that. So just a little bit concerned about the high crosses and corners coming into the box for Middleton Patel. But here's a good ball through from Miyazawa. Galton. Oof. Oh, no. Park and Galton weren't on the same page. Here comes Shaw. Ooh, Jansen with a late tackle there. That's going to be a yellow card for Jansen. I can't really argue with that one. That was didn't connect. Didn't connect on that one. City back to the keeper. Keeper's at the top of the box. City just trying to work a little possession here, trying to see what they can do to get through. Fujino to Hasagawa. Mojave. Challenged by Park. Let's put a little poll in the chat here. Or a question in the chat, I should say. What is your score prediction? If I could spell prediction, that would be great. Here comes Park was trying to find Galton. That's a foul. That's a foul. Referee. I want to see that one back. Good work from Park to try and find Galton. Wow. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Sandberg up the line looking for Galton. Couldn't quite find her. City on the ball. Again, City trying to work their left hand side, our right hand side. Hemp ball into the box. Sandberg just kind of nips it clear. Hasagawa is now on it for City. She's looking for Fujino. City are throwing shoulders. They're throwing bodies around here. Fujino on Sandberg. Ball bounces around and eventually out for a corner kick for Manchester United. That battle with Fujino and Sandberg, that's intense. There's some shoulders being thrown. There is some shoulders being thrown here. So there is no love lost between these two clubs at the moment. Oh my goodness. All right, so Hemp over to take the corner kick for City. As I said earlier, they might try and dump it right on top of Middleton Patel because she's a little bit shorter. Let's see. No, they went far post looking for Shaw. Shaw heads back across the middle. 1-0 City. Knack scores for City. Hmm. I mean, look, right? You kind of saw it coming at some point that City were going to get a goal. They've had some good chances, but so have we, though. I mean, we've had, we've gotten down to their end of to their end of the pitch as well. Um, like I said, I expect this to be a high scoring affair, so I'm not going to get bent out of shape over this one goal. I think we'll score. Um, I think it's going to be like a 3-2 kind of thing or something like that. So we'll see. Yeah. I'm not worried. I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about it. Janssen back to Middleton Patel. Back to Janssen. Janssen over to Leticia. Leticia over to Riviere. Hmm. Sandberg. Galton. Galton dropping a little bit deeper now to get the ball. Sandberg going up the pitch into the center. Finds Turlin. Turlin has Toon to her left, Park to her right. Goes to Park. Here comes Park. Little step over, little chop. I feel like Toon and Turlin are kind of making the same run there. City clear. Riviere cleans up. Leticia on the ball now. Leticia over to Janssen. I apologize for looking down. I'm just trying to grab some stats here because I'm curious about our stats when we go down a goal. Because the only thing I worry about, I said I wasn't worried earlier about the goal. I'm still not quite worried about it. I think we're still going to score and even things up, but we're not used to being down a goal. We're used to being on top of things. We're used to, dominating the match usually. So we're not used to being down. We're not used to being down a goal. But this team is very resilient if you've watched it all, especially this season. And again, it's the Manchester Derby, right? So you can't just lay down after one goal. Here we go. Good ball. Zucchiati. That's a foul. Thank you, referee. Yellow card. Yellow card for not. Manchester United setting up for their free kick in a somewhat dangerous area. City keeper lining up her defense. Toon standing over the ball. Hand up. Players at the top of the box. Still waiting for the kick. Ball in. Far post. Yamashita claims it. City keeper claimed that one. I was a little too high for that. A little too high of a ball in from Toon there. Rose over to Casper. Back to Rose. Rose goes long. I think looking for Hasagawa. Doesn't quite come off. Fujino's there. Battle with Galton. Fujino comes out on top. Hasagawa. City shouting for a handball. Doesn't get it. Miyazawa back to Janssen. Janssen over to Leticia. United have the ball at the moment. Andre Yegler paces the sideline. The City manager. Both Skinner and Yegler are up. Sandberg over to Leticia. Leticia up to Riviere. Park dropping in deep to get the ball, trying to make something happen against her former teammates. Janssen comes across. Sandberg. Ball into the box. Falls for Galton. Oh, no, not quite. Fujino comes away with it. Hello, hello, hello. How are you? How's it going? Thank you for joining. You gotta translate that one for me. I'm not sure what language that is. Something about Manchester United. I can tell that part. You have to translate that one for me. I'm sorry. Senberg. I'm sorry, that was Galton. Sorry. Apologies, Galton. Miyazawa on the ball now. Miyazawa. Leticia has stepped really far up into the midfield, really. Janssen, I think, is the only one back. Toon, Senberg out on the left hand side. Park against Fujino. Toon, Miyazawa. Toon. Bit of possession here for United. Probing hard. Probing trying to find a way through City's defense here at the moment. Leticia at the top of the center circle. A little give and go. A little 1-2 with Miyazawa. Riviere. Sugiati. Back to Leticia. Back to Janssen, who has stepped just back across the halfway line. Now Leticia. Miyazawa. Come on, City. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, you guys are winning 1-0 at the moment. But I think this is gonna be a high scoring match. I feel like this is gonna be some sort of 3-2 situation. Sandberg chases back to recover. Janssen Miyazawa turns into the center circle, pushes forward. Turland doesn't quite come off. City cleanup, go back to Yamashita, who clears. Miyazawa wins the first header. Ball bounces. Miyazawa wins the second bite of the ball. Toon recovers back to Riviere. Riviere under pressure from Hemp. That's a foul, referee. Looking forward to it. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, let me know when you upload that video. Let me know when you upload it. Janssen on the ball. Leticia. Galton. Sandberg on the overlap. Sandberg against Kasper. Sandberg. Sandberg still. Cross. Oof, nobody's there. That's such good work from Sandberg, but nobody's there. Hemp looking for options. Wanted to play quick with Shaw, but Shaw was well marshaled by Leticia. City go back to Yamashita. Yamashita goes over to Rose of City. Rose to Knock. Knock back to Rose. Hemp on the ball. So I wish there was an auto translator or of some sort here so I could understand what you were saying, but unfortunately it's not coming across in English. So I'm sorry, I'm not quite sure what you're trying to say. I'm sorry. Yamashita on the ball for City. Wahhabi's pass intercepted by Riviere. Riviere gives it to Park. Park to Miyazawa. Miyazawa to Toon. Sandberg back to Toon. Toon pressured by Fujino. Toon inside to Galton. Sandberg. Miyazawa. Galton into the box. Into the box. Cut back. Come on, guys. Give her an option. Give her an option. Toon dumps it in. Looking for Turlin. Still in the box. Still in the box. Offsides. Like we're a pass or two away from a good clean shot on target, and I would say a goal. We're a pass or two away from it. That's what I'm saying. I'm not worried about City being one up right now. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. I think this is going to be a high scoring goal. I keep saying a game. I keep saying it's going to be like a 3-2 kind of game. I think that's what I think. I think it's going to be 3-2. Obviously in favor of United. A little bit of a scuffle there in the middle of the park, but City come away with it. Figino hits the ball over the top. Was it? No, I'm sorry, it wasn't Figino. Riviere on the ball now. Zaghiati. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I forgot. You are an Arsenal fan. Sorry, I just saw your comment there. Um, yeah, you guys are playing Spurs, I think. Was it today or tomorrow? You're playing Spurs. So what I need for you guys to draw. I need you and Spurs to draw, so that way that keeps us in the clear, keeps us in third place. I feel like I talked about your game a bit in my match preview. I'm trying to find my notes here on it. Yeah, yeah. I need Arsenal and Spurs to draw here in the WSL. What I need is for us to win today. I need Arsenal and Spurs to draw, and then I need Liverpool to do us a favor against Chelsea. That's what needs to happen this weekend. Sandberg down the left hand side looking for Galton. Galton trying to work a 1-2 with Toon, but that's cut out by Hasagawa. Blanco goes back to Rose. Rose back to Yamashita. And the girl gaffer, question for you. How are you feeling about the Arsenal manager at the moment? I'm starting to sense a little bit of heat on her. Yeah, no, it is. It is. We are a little bit leggy from playing PSG. Riviere wins the foot race against Hemp and clears. Nice layoff from Turlin for Park. Park looking for an option forward. Park coming across into the center circle. Park plays to Galton. That's cut out by Casper. Looks like Yamashita is receiving some treatment. Not sure what exactly happened. Maybe she's catching some cramp or something, or just stepped kind of weird. But Yamashita is down and receiving treatment from the city medical staff. Something about Bruno and Bumo, Sheshko. I'm not sure what else that says. If anyone could translate that, that would be great. I'm not sure what that says, unfortunately. Right now, the ball is out of bounds. Looks like Yamashita is up on her feet. So I think we're going to restart here with a Manchester United throw in. Throwing for Sandberg. Ball bouncing loose, but City coming away with it. Hemp. Yeah, there's heat on Renee, but yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know about that contract. I mean, again, obviously I haven't been following Arsenal women very much other than just seeing where they are in the league as it relates to Manchester United. But I've been seeing the headlines creep up a little bit and just, people starting to question her abilities and leadership. Ball in for City. Shaw. Okay, now I'm worried. Now I'm worried. Now I'm worried. I wasn't worried when it was 1-0, but now I'm worried. Now I'm worried. Now it's 2-0. Okay, yeah, now I'm worried. So Janssen was on Shaw. Rose is way up the pitch with the ball. Kasperai, ball in. I mean, that's a good ball in from Kasperai. I mean, that's good movement from Shaw, too. The annoying thing now is that Shaw's ahead of Mallard in terms of the goal scoring, the race for the Golden Boot, because they were tied at 5 in the lead, but now Shaw's ahead by 1 goal over Mallard. So that's extra salt in the wound there. Yamashita, knock. Nice. No, that's a United throw. Come on. Come on, then. Minima judge should have been fouled by Zaghiati. 45th minute here. Minima gets to her feet. Hmm. Ball's up for Shaw. She takes it down well. Tries to find Fajina through, but Shaw's back on the ball. Shaw's kind of killing time now a little bit. Shaw down line to Fujino. Fujino against Sandberg to Hasagawa. A little 1-2. Fujino has it back. Cross blocked by Sandberg out for a corner kick for Manchester City. 5 minutes of stoppage time. 5 minutes of stoppage time on this one. Him to take the corner kick. Ball in. Free kick Manchester United. Yeah, they keep. I feel like we're missing Fallon a little bit this match. And that's not to down Middleton Patel or anything like that. She did well for us last match. But, I mean, there's a reason why Fallon's our number one. Because right now you can tell that City, I said this earlier, and if you've been watching, you can tell they're dumping the corner kicks and crosses on top of Middleton Patel as much as they can to take advantage of her slight lack of height there. Here comes City again. Him 3-0. 3-0. Oh boy. Mm. We I I don't even know. I'm trying to find the words there, J2387. I mean, okay, let's start with this. I will say that we are missing Fallon. I was just saying this before, I think before you joined. Um, Here comes City again. Miedema almost got through. So I definitely feel like we're missing Fallon in goal. No offense to Milton Patel, but I mean, City are dumping the corner kicks right on top of Middleton Patel, um, taking advantage of her being 5'4", not the tallest keeper. So you can see she's struggling with that a little bit. Um, and that's allowing the ball to kind of bounce free a little bit more. Um, is causing our defenders to have to kind of surround her a bit more and help out. Um, it's kind of pulling them off their markers a bit. So that's one thing. Two, I think we're just lacking a little bit of energy. I think we're a little bit tired from playing PSG. Um, and there's a little bit of ability that's kind of getting us right now, right? Shaw is she's a good striker. She's a good striker. She moves well. She's strong. She's powerful. She's quick. You know, um, I feel like us in the final third, we're not quite getting it together. Not quite. Like we haven't been terrible. We haven't been terrible by any means. I think the scoreline is a little bit flattering for City. Um, I think maybe 2-0 is probably a little more accurate. But like in the final third, we're just not putting it together. Our passes just aren't quite coming off. Um, so yeah, yeah. I'm still trying to find the exact words to really trying to kind of sum it up, but it's like it's just kind of little things here and there. Sandberg on the ball at the moment. Back to Janssen. Janssen across to Letitia, who's lost out somehow to Shaw. Riviere gets back in time to save Letitia. I don't know what happened. I think she slipped or something on the pitch. That's halftime. Let me stop the clock. Let me stop the timer. Let me get it set for second half. Let's see. I think that's, yeah, second half. So, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, City aren't in the Champions League. And yeah, I know our men's team, I don't know. It's like, just a word on that, right? Amram was saying that, we're not ready for the Champions League and other competitions, and that he would want a week on the training pitch with the guys to get them prepared for the next match. But yeah, somehow we still somehow seem leggy at times and tired, even with one match per week. But in terms of the women's match here, yeah, I don't, I can't quite sum it up. I can't quite sum it up. I can't quite sum it up. It's just when it rains, it pours. Yeah, I know. It's like this reason why this sucks all the way around is because it hurts our goal differential. We had the best goal differential in the league. I don't think we have it now, um, with these 3 goals and not having scored any of our own. Um, Now Mallard is second behind Shaw in the Golden Boot race. They were tied for first. Now Mallard is second. And third, obviously, and most importantly, this could put us further down the table depending on what happens with the Arsenal Spurs game. Because right now we have 17 points. Arsenal and Spurs, I think, both have 15 points. So if we lose and one of them wins, that then drops us down to, I think, fourth place. So not good all the way around. Not a good score line. The players who scored, for the reasons I mentioned, and then obviously our goal differential. I mean, all that matters, right? Especially when we come down to the final few games. If you're in and around it, all that matters, goal differential, all that good stuff. So I still can't quite put my finger on it, other than the things I said earlier. Manutd Patel, too short. They're taking advantage of it. They're dumping crosses and corners on top of her. They're trying to crowd her out. Um, I think that last goal, or was it an attempt before that? You saw Fajina was like all over Manutd Patel. She was all over her. Whereas I think Fallon would have dealt with that a bit better. Um, Again, in our attacking third, we just aren't quite getting it together. Like we're seeing some nice link up play with Sandberg and Galton, and even Toon getting on the act down our left hand side. Um, our right hand side, we're just kind of blazing past them with Riviera's speed. They're obviously keeping Park as much out of the game as they can because one, she's a dangerous player. Two, obviously she's a former player, so they want to shut her down as much as possible. Um, so she hasn't really had a big influence on the game. Um, I feel like we've had a little bit of success just playing right into Turlin's feet and letting her kind of battle and hold it up a little bit. But still, obviously, no goals, coming from that little bit of joy we've gotten, at least trying to play with Turlin. So, like I said, as we get closer to City's goal, as we get around City's box, we're just not quite putting it together. That final ball, that final pass, I think we've got a couple players making the same run. There was one pass that Park had, and I want to say Galton and Turlin were both making the same run. And if one of them had kind of stepped back, that ball that Park played would have made it to whoever stepped back their feet and probably would have been a shot. Same thing, there was a cross from Sandberg from the left hand side. And again, I want to say it was Park, Galton, and Turlin were all in the box. And they all made the same kind of run. No one peeled off, and there was no late midfield run. So that cross that Sandberg played, that was nice, low on the ground, prime for a first time finish. No one was there. Everyone was ahead of the ball. So it's just that little bit of something in the final third that we just aren't. I don't know. We're just not getting it right. Just not getting it right. Let me find some stats for you though. Let's see. Actually, let me open this little control panel thing here for a minute. Let's make sure we're still good with the stream. Okay, we're still okay. Okay, we're still all right. All right. Anyway, possession 53% in favor of Manchester United. 7 shots for City, 3 for United. 6 corners for City, 3 for United. 4 fouls for City, 2 for United. 1 yellow card apiece. So City have had 3 shots on target. United, we've not had any shots on target as of yet. City have had 6 shots in the box. We've had 1. So this is what I mean. This is what I mean. Like in the final third, in and around the box, we're just not putting it together. Again, that stat just says it right there, right? It was 6 shots inside the box for City, 1 for United. Now we've had 2 shots outside the box where City have had 1, right? So it tells you kind of how the game is going there. 13 touches in the opposition box. So City have had 13 touches in our box. We've had 7 in theirs. Again, hence the disparity in shots from inside the box. City have had more passes in the final third. You know, they're winning the aerial duels. So you know, et cetera, et cetera. So those are some stats from SofaScore. But yeah, it's just like I said, middle of the pitch, fine. But once we get to attacking third, they've got it and we don't. You know, they've got it, we don't. I don't know why, but let me know what you guys think though. Let me know what you guys think about what's going on at the moment. 3-0 at halftime, man. I'm curious to see what changes Skinner decides to make as well. Hmm. I did not realize I could just click that X and that would be, oh, whatever. Learn something new every day. You know, let me put this in the chat too. What changes would you make at halftime? What changes you make at This is what folks are saying on Twitter. Sorry, he's responding to a tweet. Yeah, everyone's kind of saying everyone's kind of saying the same things. Same things I've been saying, right? It's like the 3-0 score line is a bit flattering the city. Um, Probably not quite accurate. Um, and yeah, the final third, we're just not doing the business in the final third. We're just not. We're just not. Yeah, a lot of folks are saying that Galton needs to be hooked and that Mallard needs to come on. Some folks are saying title gone. Again, I'm just reading from Twitter here. Someone said City's cheating. They're saying goalkeeper pretends to be injured when United are putting pressure on. Foul on Miyazawa for the Shaw goal. Apparently should have gone to Galton for Rose shoving the back. Oil Money FC once again. That's what these are not my words. It's someone else's words. I'm just reading off Twitter here. Some are saying United seemed tired from the midweek. Skinner should have thought better. Yeah, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the chat. Those of you watching, um, I don't know. Someone says just pull up, surrender the game, and focus on Wolfsburg coming up. Hmm. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. It's one of those games where it's like I can't wait for the second half to start so we can maybe try and see if we can get something out of this. Like this halftime is just it's dragging at the moment, and I'm just ready for it to be over. I'm ready to go ahead and get the second half to see if we can, you know, I'm not gonna say turn it around because overcoming a 3-0 deficit at halftime is tough. It's tough mentally. It's tough physically. It's tough, tough, tough. But at least get a goal or two um, to make it respectable and to help out our goal differential. And then, of course, in situations like this, everyone kind of turns their thoughts to the transfer window, right? Like, what should we do in the window to strengthen our side? Here we go. Second half has started. Oh, wait, my timer. Whoops. My bad. Let me get the timer going. What we got? 23. Let's do 30. There we go. All right. Back on time. Milton Patel on the ball. Passes over to Letitia. Letitia back to Milton Patel at the top of her box. Miyazawa comes back to help. Letitia out to Riviere. Riviere to Miyazawa. Looks like Mallard has come on for Turland. Galton's still on the pitch. What do you guys think? Tune is down, edge of the box, not getting up, holding her ankle. Park still playing. Letitia is still playing. Now play is stopped. Now play is stopped. They're waving on the medical staff for Tune. Tune is not looking. I can't quite tell what happened. Oh, wow. Ouch. Yeah, she had that ankle stepped on. Ooh, that looks painful. That looks painful. Oof. That looked painful, and she's down. Her face is covered. Oh yeah, she's down. Hmm. So at the moment, Ella Toon is down. Looks like she had her right ankle stepped on pretty bad there. So it doesn't look good. Hopefully it just hurt and she can run it off, but didn't look good. Um, so far, changes at halftime. Turlin has come off. Mallard has come on. Not the change I would have made. I would have. I don't know if I would have yanked Galton. I don't know. I don't know who I would have taken off, to be honest. I just feel like, yeah, Mallard needs to be on the pitch, but I don't know who I would take off. I don't know if Turlin was the right choice because you still need your target striker to be able to kind of hold up the ball a bit. Um, and I think Turlin's best at that. I think Mallard's better when she's kind of coming at you from an angle. So maybe it would have been Galton who came off. Although Galton hasn't been bad. She hasn't been bad. But maybe I would have taken her off for Turlin instead. I mean for Mallard instead. Tune's still down. Tune's still down. Still being treated. Looks like Simi Awujo is getting instruction and might be about to come on. Okay, Tune is up, limping off the pitch, but she's up walking under her own power at least, so it doesn't seem to be anything broken. So United down to 10 at the moment. City headed out. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it could have been. That could have been. It probably should have been a yellow. I think it should have been a yellow. Some referees they take intent into account quite a bit. Um, you know, intent or not, still a foul, still a bad foul. Studs on the ankle. Probably should have been a yellow. Probably should have been a yellow. You're right. United on the ball. The TCA over to Janssen. City pressing high and hard on United. Shaw almost nips it off the toe of Letitia. Riviere goes back to Milton Patel. Milton Patel looking for options. Goes to Riviere. Riviere Letitia. Letitia back to Milton Patel. City pressing high up the pitch. Bad clearance, Milton Patel. City on the ball now. Shaw tried to find him, but too much on that one. So yeah, they couldn't quite keep that one in for Mallard. So it goes out. City just halfway line. City go back to Yamashita. I just I'm scratching my head on this one. Scratching my head on this one in terms of what we've done wrong, and then how we correct, and then what we need in the transfer market. Because honestly, we're halfway through November at this point. Got about a month and a half. It's time to start talking deals. That we're not, if we're not already talking about it already, it's time to start talking. Um, so that way in January we can bring in some reinforcements. Because I mean, we're playing on a lot of fronts. Playing on a lot of fronts. We're trying to win, not just compete. We're trying to win. So we need a deeper bench. We need a bigger squad, deeper bench. Mallard into the box. Mallard trying to get a corner, but that's out for a goal kick. Mallard battling hard in there against Nuck. City with a throw deep in United's territory. She's taking a lot of time on these story ones. This is getting going. Like, come on. Mallard trying to fight through. Nowhere to go. Sometimes attack like I was isolated. I'm glitching a lot. Nuck up line. That goes back to Yamashita. Yamashita upper box. How look your Shaw. Riviere was on stage, but Riviere cleans that up. Janssen, Sandberg, Toon, who looks like she's okay for now. Outside the sit down. Lands on the roof of the net, but again, it's getting picked on a little bit out there. Sandberg goes back. Let me try and fix this. Slug for what's going on. That's some weird connect issue. I'm not sure why mine's being so iffy at the moment. But I'll be right back. Give me 2 seconds. Okay. Let's see if that helps a little bit or not. Shaw into the box, but the flag is up. Fortunately. Again, Sandberg puts it out for a corner kick. I feel like heads are down a bit now. Heads are down. It's 60th minute. I mean, 3-0 down. Came home. Like, you're doing what you can, but it's just over to take the corner kick. Ball into the box. Again, cleared by Sandberg. It's like Blundell and Rolfo are going to come in. My gosh. No shots on target so far. Oh my goodness. So Rolfo's coming on, and Blundell's coming on. So Riviere's coming off. And then Galton's off. Rolfo's on. City clear. Looking for Shaw. Good step by Janssen. Zikiati. Letitia to Park. Park back to Letitia. Letitia to Middleton Patel, who's way out of her box at this point. Again, playing a bit more sweeper keeper now. Looking over the top for Mallard. Fall for Mallard. Mallard. Offsides. Offsides. That's tight. That's tight. I don't know. That's tight. That's tight. That offsides call. I don't. I don't know. I feel like YouTube's having a bit of a meltdown right now. I'm not sure what's going on. Um, yeah, I think YouTube maybe is having a bit of a meltdown because I'm not sure why everything is just like stopped. Well, this is frustrating. Here comes City again. Long shot from him. That's high and wide. That's high and wide from him. Manutd away with the ball. Manutd into the box. Tried to go herself, but blocked. Park on the ball. Blundell. Blundell tried to get around Hasegawa, but Hasegawa stood firm. Schiatti keeps it in. Goes back to Letitia. Schiatti tries a little move, but doesn't quite come off. This game is just kind of petering out now. That's why I'm not even saying much because it's like the game's petering out. My stream is all kinds of wonky and crazy, so I'm just watching the end at this point. Like, here comes United through Rolfo into the box. Miyazawa, Blundell, Yamashita comes out to collect that easily. Mm. Hmm. He's off sides. Shaw. Oh, I thought she was offsides in that one. Mizawa, oh, yeah, this is not art. This is, God, there's still 20 minutes to go. Jeez. Mallard, Park, off the post. Oh, that's a ugly tackle. A Mallard. That's an ugly tackle on Mallard. That should be looked at. That should have been looked at. Well, there's no, unfortunately, there's no VAR, but good fight from Rolfo there. Yeah, City are having fun now. This is not good. This is not fun to watch. City making some changes here. Him coming off. Park is off. Williams is on. Gigi down the line for Mallard. Mallard dancing. Nobody. Semberg. Yamashita on the ball, killing time. Oh man. Oh, he's how it just falls and bounces off of her. Fujino, low, Benny, hooked by Sandberg. Sandberg her calf muscle. Hopefully she's not coming up. We need her work. Wow, she picked out Shaw with that pass from Miedema. Uh, that's a good ball from Miedema. A good run from Shaw on that one. I think Sandberg caught her in the head. Looks like. Tune's coming off, or we're just coming on. Shaw is off for City. Grace Clinton on. From United player, for those who don't know, on for City. If you didn't know, Clinton and Park were swapped, basically. I still can't believe no shots on target. No shots on target. It's a shot from Hasagawa. Manutd Patel caught it pretty calmly and easily. Solid strike, though. When TCA comes forward, the Blundell. Yamashita scuffed her clearance there. Rujo long shot over the bar. Hmm. Letitia to Blundell. Again, pass blocked. Oh man, I am thinking ahead to my post match, which I'll probably do later today or maybe even tomorrow. I might watch this back tomorrow or later today or tomorrow, not live, and just make some notes so I can do a proper post game on this one. Blundell, Ujo, Sugiati for our post. Williams tried the shot, blocked. Ball into the box. Corner kick at least. There's 7 minutes of stoppage time. So more agony. More agony for this. Looks like Rose is down for City, holding her head. Ooh, that is a knot on a Wujo's head. Oh my goodness. That thing was like, whew, that was a knock on a Wujo's head. That is a goose egg, as we say here in America. Oh my goodness. Oof. Kind of funny, but Rose and Awujo both have these like giant goose eggs on their heads. It's kind of funny. They need to get a photo together afterwards with their matching bumps. Oh gosh, that looks awful. Oh my gosh. Well, at least this is kind of funny, if nothing else. Otherwise, crap day. So we're down to 10 players now. Awujo staying off because of that bump. This game's just petering out. So last minute of stoppage time. I don't think, despite there being the stoppage for the head collision, I don't think they're going to add any more time beyond this last 45 seconds here. Milton Patel comes out to collect. Hmm. Let's just call the game, ref. Just blow the whistle. This is over. Let's not let anybody get hurt here. Almost scored. Almost allowed a fourth goal in just now. Mallard almost had a chance, but still not enough contact to even get a shot on goal. I think that is the game finally out of our misery on this one. Mm. All right. Well, that game's over. Um, like I said, I might watch it back, um, so I can just kind of do my own assessment. Because my initial thought right now, honestly, is that we were a little bit tired from the midweek, yeah, but I don't think we were particularly bad. I think in our final third, we weren't clinical enough. But I don't think we were particularly bad. I hate to say it, but I just think we got to get reinforcements and maybe even some more starting talent. And I hate to say it because the girls have done so well this season to get to where they are, but you know, when you come up against a team like City, who just they had it all together today. They had it all together. They look good. They look strong. They look sharp. We just looked a little bit tired, but just also I don't know, just lacking a little bit of quality. Just lacking a little bit of quality today. Maybe Mallard should have started instead of Galton. Maybe we could say that. Maybe we missed Fallon back there in goal. I mean, I shouldn't say maybe we did miss Fallon in goal, right? She's our number one for a reason. We missed her in goal. Um, and again, not saying that Manutd Patel was at fault for any of the goals, but like I said earlier in the match, when you have to help out your keeper because they're a bit shorter, you kind of come off the people that you're marking, and so you're kind of stuck, caught between two worlds. You know, it's caught between two minds. I say not worlds, minds. Not be too dramatic about it. Um, and yeah, it just kind of throws off your back line a little bit. So like, I'm not saying it's her fault. I'm just saying that playing with a different keeper can, can be challenging for defenders. But yeah, I really think where we fell down was just in the attacking third. It wasn't like we didn't get the ball up the pitch. We got up the pitch plenty of times. We just didn't string together the right passes in and around City's box, and we had players making the same runs. So, I think yeah, just a little bit of quality we're missing today. We're just missing a little bit of quality. And I feel like too, again, our problem is a little bit of speed. I feel like we're a little bit slow. Apart from Riviere, You know, she's got some speed. Mallory's got some speed, but I feel like we're kind of slow across the team. Um, so I just wonder if, you know, again, when we look for players, maybe we need to look for a little more speed too. You know, um, and I know that's like a wish list, right? It's like we need a player who's